Hey everybody, so I wanted to do a video on a piece of news that I ran across. Infinity Game Table hands-on touchscreen table gives classic board games a new spin. So this is off of CNET, it's by Bridget Carey, and it has to do with basically playing board games on a smart table.
I like my coffee how I like my women.
The Infinity Game Table is pretty simple. Play any board game you want, but the games are digital on a large touchscreen table. No pieces to set up, no card to shuffle, and no one has to be the banker.
And you must be the Monopoly guy. Hey, thanks for the free parking.
Just gather the family around and dive in. And the family doesn't have to be in the same home. Table owners can play with each other online. That's pretty cool. And it looks like the retail price is $600, which is the cost of a new high-end iPad. That's a really big iPad. So I thought that was pretty cool. And what it reminds me of is, if anybody's familiar with Raspberry Pi, so it's a programmable mini CPU that you can almost do anything from point-of-sale devices like video game systems, retro game systems. So it reminded me of you can do this at home, and I actually have a Raspberry Pi sitting over on my shelf, and I just haven't programmed it. I bought it, and then I started programming it, and then I didn't. So it's been sitting there for a while. But Raspberry Pi actually has almost an unlimited potential in terms of stuff you can build. So one of the coolest things was there's a blog site where an individual builds coffee tables customized with Raspberry Pi. So and you can see basically all the hardware is underneath the table, so you can't see it, and you can customize the control panel, and then you have the screen. So LCD screen, 24-inch here with LED backlight. Here's some pictures. So that didn't have any real pictures, but look at this. So you can basically, the sky's the limit. So you can make a coffee table with just the coolest retro game console ever. So you can look. This one has like glass just over the entire thing conformed, so you could put coffee on top of it, you could put drinks, you could put yogurt, you could spill stuff, it probably wouldn't break the machine. The closest thing I've seen to this was, I stayed in an Airbnb on a lake, and it was at a lake house, and somebody had bought an arcade console that basically had the similar concept, but it was actually out of an arcade vendor. I don't think it was Arcade One, but it was something that reminded me of some of their similar products. And actually, it looked a lot like this, but it was definitely out of a main supplier, and it wasn't homemade. So on that note, now that we're talking about games, has anybody been following the stock market? So GameStop stock more than doubled to record high, and then loses it all in a single volatile day of trading. And this is as of 2 hours. So I'm posting this January 25th, so it's going to take me a day or so to actually upload the video, but this is recent as of the time of doing this video, and GameStop, it shot up and then it went down again. And the thing that's confusing people is GameStop is a brick and mortar shop, so you can get a lot of your games, you know, via Steam. You can order it online. You can actually get a lot of emulators online too. So it's kind of surprising that something that's brick and mortar like this would actually be doing so well, but then clearly it dropped. So it might have been just the stock market volatility kind of throwing it up there. One of the things I think of when I see a GameStop is reused games. I used to go in there all the time and buy PlayStation games, and I would get over $100 at a time. I would go in there and spend, and they were all used games, and it was a good way to pick up some games on the cheap that had been out for a little while. But yeah, so that's a little bit of the stock market there. By the time I post this, it might go up again. So, but anyway, I wanted to share that, just a little bit of news. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you enjoyed this. I had a good time making the video. It's just something I'm researching, so I figured I'd share while I go. But anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and more to come.